Hello, everybody. Oh, there's a kitty cat in there. Hold on. Turn that down. Hello. How is everyone? Let's see. So, off the bat, again, very sorry about the last 2 days where the stream has been down. And we have some problems. Hello, dinosaur. We had some problems. Specifically, I had internet outage in my area, so I couldn't do anything. It was all from the top place, so there was nothing I could really do about that. Let's see here. It's time to remake this thing. But we're here now. We're gonna start back up where I was supposed to be, so we're gonna play some Zelda. And oh man. Thank you so much, Dinosaur Hat, for putting the wheel up there. And yes, subscriber weights are up, as they should be. Again, sorry about that. Sorry about not being up on Monday like I was supposed to be, but like I said, kind of out of controls. Shovel Knight? Alright. It is a platformer that I understand. About a knight with a shovel. So, if it gets picked, we'll definitely see what it's all about. Let's see here. Let's move some stuff out of the way. So much crap. A spot for that, a spot for this. But to start off, today we'll be doing... So I'll be doing chapter 3 of the book we've been going through, and so you guys will hear that. We'll start with that, and we're also going to end with it, and that's what I'm going to do each time I do one of these. Is it'll be up first thing in the morning, first thing on the stream, and then last thing on the stream, so everybody gets a chance to hear it. This is the first one I've done with the new kind of setup. New setup being that I recorded it in a closet. But I kind of converted a closet into a tiny little recording booth. So it has sounded better so far. Like there's no outside interference, outside garbo, stuff like that. So should be just generally better for you guys to listen to than it was before. And then you guys can give me feedback on specifically my narration and my voice of how I did it. So that'll be what you get. Okay, let's see here. Before, let me make sure. Yeah, that's running. So the stream's still running. That's good. But yeah, so we'll see about how things go. It was the first kind of trial in it. It's been mentioned to afterwards to me that between it and a different recording I did for the voices profile that I made, that there is a bit of improvement in the quality. And that was because when I first started, I just put the thing in there, put the mic in there, started recording in it. And that's what it is. However, later on, when I recorded other stuff, I tweaked the microphone settings through my mixer specifically to the mic that's now in the closet. So it's fine-tuned. So going forward, after this one, there'll be even a little bit more, if you guys notice it, there'll be a bit more of a tweak for improvement. But, yeah. So we'll start off with that. Let me just get that ready. Only about 8 minutes. Oh, my gosh. It's been a rough couple of days. Not the best I've ever been through. So let's see, where did I put that? All right, so I'm gonna mute this and let you guys listen to it. So like I said, it's about 8 to 9 minutes long. It's not a long chapter, but it's fairly important because Darth Scabrous is first introduced in this chapter. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna put you guys over here. I'm gonna put the narration deal up, and we'll see. Hopefully this will go well for you guys. Hold on. Should probably make sure, just in case, that you guys will actually be able to hear it. Give me 1 second here. I need to make sure that the proper thing shows. That doesn't do much for me there. If I move this over to the switch, called desktop sounds. Which one's that? I play it from here. Yeah, okay. Give me 1 second. I need to copy and paste this thing. Copy. Desktop sounds. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. We'll get this going here in just 1 second again. So, the narration up.
Chapter 3. Deep Down Trauma Hounds. Nictor awoke in the cage. He had no memory of how he'd gotten here, or how long he'd been inside. The last thing he remembered was sitting in the infirmary, waiting for Arljack to come back and check the wound on the back of his neck. And in fact, for one disorienting moment, he thought he was still there. "It's cold in here," he'd started to say. "Hey, Arl, you mind turning up the heat a little bit?" But this was not the infirmary. He tried to sit up and slammed his head against the metal bars above him, hard enough to make him let out an angry moan of pain. Just exactly what was going on here. The cage was small, forcing him to remain hunched forward, either on his hands and knees or in a slouch, shouldered sitting position. The top of his tunic had been ripped away, leaving him naked from the waist up. His back hurt, really hurt, from the base of his skull all the way down to the bottom of his spine. A low, steady throb that made his molars ache. As if to mock his immediate claustrophobic situation, the room outside the cage was very large and very dark. From inside, Nictor could see almost all of it. It was a circular space, perhaps 50 meters across, illuminated by an irregular assemblage of flashing monitor equipment, candles, and torchlight. Laboratory equipment crowded every available surface and corner. Pipes and wires were draped from tables and desks, connecting odd piles of disjointed equipment, condensers, flasks, beakers, and burners. The walls were glass, and although he couldn't see anything out there but darkness, Nictor had a vague feeling that he was very high up. Sudden realization blindsided him. He was at the top of the tower. "You're awake," a voice said. Nictor jerked upright at the sound of the voice and very nearly screamed. Standing outside the cage, staring down at him, was a tall, broad-shouldered, black-robed figure that blended almost imperceptibly into the shadows. Nictor already knew exactly who it was, even before the flickering torchlight of the room revealed the man's face. A long, bony sculpture of bone and half-lidded eyes, the famous curvature of the peaked upper lip, how it always seemed to be smiling slightly at some secret thought. A fresh spasm of apprehension leapt through him, raising hackles across his back. The eyes were the worst part, he thought. How almost silver they were. How they seemed to glitter with a feverish accumulation of ambition and indifference. "Lord Scabrous," he said, or tried to say. His mouth felt parched, and his lungs couldn't seem to get enough air. "What am I doing here?" The Sith Lord didn't answer, but the eyes kept staring down at him, past him somehow, as if there were something else inside the cage with him. He could smell himself, the stale, cheap grease of panic and perspiration seeping through his skin. The pain in his back had intensified from a throb to a sharp, stabbing agony that shot down his ribs and up into his neck. It was getting worse by the second, like the sting of sweat in an open wound. Whatever injury had been inflicted upon him, it was deep, and whole packs of nerve receptors, those obedient trauma hounds, were circling back and forth, busily delivering the bad news. Groping around him, Nictor felt something cold and smooth and hard sticking out of his skin just above the base of his spine. He looked around and saw what Scabrous had been looking at. It was some kind of tube, implanted directly into a vertebra. The sticky ring of exposed flesh around the wound site felt raw and hot, swollen, and it burned when he touched it. Sliding his hand upward, he felt another tube above it, and another coming out of his back, all the way up his neck. There were at least 6 of them protruding out of him, as big around as his finger. He realized he could feel them pulsating inside his spinal canal. That was the source of the gnawing pain. What is this?" he asked, aware of how different his voice sounded already, high-pitched and wobbly. "What did you do to me?" Scabrous still didn't answer. He wasn't even looking at Nictor anymore. He had walked around behind the cage now, where the tubes ran between wire bars into what looked like some kind of mechanized pump with a wide flask mounted on top. Rattling around inside the cage, Nictor stared at it. The flask was full of murky, reddish-yellow liquid. Next to the pump sat a small black pyramid covered in lines of engraved text. What he realized, through his pain and fear, had to be a Sith holocron. They'd learned about them before at the academy, but he'd never actually seen one before. And then he saw other things. Dozens of them, in glass bottles lined up across the wide platform next to the pump. Flowers. All black. All different. All dead. Nictor squirmed in the cage. None of this made any sense, and the irrationality only intensified his mounting terror. He was sweating profusely now. It was dripping off him in big, oozing droplets. The urge to beg, to grovel, to bargain for his life, or at least for an end to the pain, was almost irresistible. The only thing that stopped him was the suspicion, based on everything he'd heard about Scabrous, that the Sith Lord wouldn't even listen. Scabrous stood behind the cage, alternating his attention between the flowers and the holocron. Finally, he selected a flower, opened the glass chamber on top of the pump, and dropped it inside. "What is that?" Nictor asked. "What are you doing?" Scabrous glanced at him, as if hearing him for the first time. When he finally spoke, his voice was low and resonant, deeper than Nictor remembered. There was an awful intimacy to it, as though the Sith Lord were whispering directly in his ear. "You were humiliated today at the temple, Whim Nictor. Humiliated badly. You have shown yourself to be weak and easily defeated." "It was Lusk!" Nictor burst out. "He used the Force on me! He—" Scabrous lifted his hand. "There is still one way in which you may yet prove useful. That is the offer I make to you. One of redemption." Then he pressed a button on the pump. Staring at it, Nictor saw the black flower swirling in the reddish-yellow fluid, its petals shredding as it dissolved. The pump let out a faint whining noise, like half a dozen odd vacuum parts called into dubious service. At first he felt nothing except for the odd vibration of the tubes in his back. Then the pain he'd endured up till now became abruptly, horribly worse. It slammed through his body, gouging through every millimeter of his nerve endings, turning them white, hot. Nictor arched forward and screamed. The pain owned him. He surrendered to it, utterly. It became a vast, all-encompassing neutron star, and as it sucked him forward, he saw Scabrous watching him through the cage. The last thing Nictor saw before he blacked out was Scabrous turning away from him, swinging his arm across the long counter above the pump, sending the flowers and their vessels crashing to the floor.
Yes, it did stop. That was the end of the chapter. Crashing to the floor. That's the end of the chapter. So, it stopped where it was supposed to. But there you go, everybody. Feel free to comment on that as we go ahead and move on to the reason you're all here. For something that's better than anything I've ever done. Zelda Breath of the Wild. Let's see. Let me move this into live section. Oh, don't do that. Just do whatever you want. Hey, move it like that. Close that down. All right, and set this bad boy up onto the correct screen, and we can play some Zelda while we talk. What are we doing? What's... Oh, speed up so fast for 30 seconds. So fast. So quick. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. That was way over there that's green. Ugh. Jesus, they're miles away. What was I thinking? You really liked it? That is good. If there's thoughts and thinkings, that's a good thing, because that has been something consistent that I've been told that needs to, because there's occasional dips of it going out of being just you get to hear the story, and then his voice has been a pain in my butt, because we want him, well, I wanted him to sound cultured and intelligent. And it's not that I don't know what I want him to sound like, it's that I'm having issues making that sound with my voice. And in that section, there isn't really much given to you to express out of him. So I was really having a hard time with that one. So I'm not surprised by that at all. But that's definitely something else I need to work on. So it made him smoother. And his voice easier. just want him to have that little bit of tone, that little bit of cultured, slight accent, and yeah, it was just being difficult on my end to get there. That's just gonna need more and more practice on just working the voice. Choo-choo. You know, tell the hero, I'm the hero of time. Haven't you noticed how awesome I am at keeping track of the day? Yeah, that's right. I rewarded myself with something yesterday, and that was the Resident Evil 4 remake on the Switch. So I have that, because I never finished that game when it was out. I never had it personally, so I only got to play it while at a friend's house. And I got it, and everybody, it's supposedly one of the best ones there is. So I got it for myself. Mostly because I went through all the trouble of making a recording booth out of my closet. I felt like I'd achieved something. But yeah, Darth Scabrous, I will continue to try to get him as dialed in as I can. He's just a pain in the butt. I want him to have that nice cultured sound. That's what I wanted. But it's on this end. It's this place where that's the problem, as opposed to anything wrong with him as a character. What the? It's a goddamn dragon! There's a fucking Dargan over there. It's supposed to just fly into that nonsense. Yeah. What's that? Okay. Oh, it's a lizard. Lizard man. We're getting to the lizard people. Something in the water swimming really fast. Like a big ass log. What's this all about? Oh, village ruins. I guess I should probably just be doing that again. The next chapter is going to be kind of tough. I haven't even really got through it. I'm just, like, again, with the characters, that's been the issue. I have another one. One guy, I know what the voice I'm giving him. I kind of feel like maybe it was stupidly I gave him, like, a Scottish or Irish accent, which I think Scottish. Or one of those accents. And I think that was maybe a bad idea. Just because it's, I have to do that now. Like, it was a bad idea because now that's what I have to do. Let's see, like, I'm trying to think, maybe that's the practice I need to do, is I need to just speak as much as I can in the voice that I want to give that guy, and see if that helps me get there. I just need to make it natural. I need to make it easy going for me. Maybe I should give a character in here his voice. That's what I should do. Oh, you're fucked, goat boy. You are so fucked. This thing's gonna kick your ass if I ever get it down this hill. Oh, goat boy. Oh! Dodged it. Punk ass bitch, goat boy. Come on. Come on, Link. Come on. Come on. Get it. Give it a little bit more. There you go. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Maybe that's what the issue is, as I'm, like, holding it back in my throat a little bit too much, and that's where why it's a problem, is that it's unnatural because of that. I believe in you, Link. You have the potential to surpass Everyone who has come before. Everyone who has come before. You are the hero of time. You are the hero of time. And you must live up to that title. See, something like that I need to... Maybe that's really just... It most likely is the simplest. It's just I need to do the voice all the time. Get in there, turd biscuit. That's probably what it's... Link. Focus it down on those things. But not hard. Yeah, it's that kind of what I was going for, is that fancy refined voice. That dinner party voice. Have you heard of the recent state of affairs in the temple? I heard last week that the bishop has been siphoning off tithing funds for his own personal gain. That's kind of where I'm going with that. That kind of voice is what I was going for, Scabrous, because I'm looking at him as like a cool, intelligent, thoughtful person, and that he's probably from a cultured world. Well, I want to get that, so the fancy tone, but then do that, basically, what you just said, is that I get the impression that he speaks that way out of upbringing, as opposed to, him actually being a fancy person. But then everything that I read about him is that basically his default way is he is very disinterested. He's non-committal to people in general. He accepts that they exist, but he doesn't much care for speaking to anybody or anything like that. So that's what I need to find. Let's have that. I want him to have that little bit of an accent, but done in a way that it conveys that this guy could care less about you as a person. He's not here for you. You ain't his. Yeah, that's what he is. What is that? Weirdo. Yeah. Whatever. So push these. Not really. I had a different idea. That was a dumb idea. I should know better. I'm the hero of time. Damn it. Do you not understand how important it is to be the hero of time? To wield the sword that seals the darkness? Everybody's been making a big ass deal about it since I woke up. Korok. Yeah, talking to you. Whatever. There we go. Ooh, shock arrows. How nice. Ooh. What? How dare. Oh, my watch. Drop that stupid pile of crap. Stupid shield. Get out of here. I want that one. And free money, basically. Wish somebody would give me free money. That'd be nice. All about that. Alright, Link. Keep your head in the game. We gotta get up this hill. We're gonna get to the shrine, get to the tower, save the princess, save the day, save everybody. And then, and only then, will everything be better. Pretty sure about it. I'm fairly positive about it. But I mean, it's just me. Where's this shrine? Ah! It's close enough to set up the thing. Where is it? It's all of this then. There it is. Ooh, hello. Chili spicy peppers. Love spicy peppers. Oh, a hearty radish. Get rid of my juice. Hey, Jackie.
To who sets foot in this shrine? I am Pumagnitier. And I said other things, but you don't need to read that. This is a minor test of strength. Quite small, and you must be under 18 to apply. Don't ask me why. I have eccentricities that need to be met.
Oh, goody. Look at him. He's relatively intact, ain't he? Alright, Biscuit. Do the thing. Do the thing. Oh, I missed it. Ow. I know he was gonna get me in like a death wobble there with that thing. I'm not scared. Oh, I missed it! Oh, I suck. Eat some bass. Missed. It's a massive waste of that sword.
Oh, a fair young man has beaten my test.
Just the worst. Just the worst thing I could have ever done with my life.
I like the way you run with your strapping young legs.
Stop it!
Oh, don't play hard to get, Linky boy. Come over here and show me your youth.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. You guys are gross.
Guys, none of us are men. Yes, legally.
Oh.
Do-do-do-do-do.
So tired. Hey, Jackie. Oh, also, unfortunately, I need to revamp a new tier 2 emote. Unfortunately, the one that I submitted got denied. I made my own feck off crows sign, and they didn't like that. They weren't fans. I'm guessing it was probably because it was too close to fuck off crows, as is the way. So, unfortunately, I'll have to find something else to try to make something else to put in there. Not sure what. Kind of suck at Photoshop right now, but I will do my best. We'll get something going. Make sure that at least Dinosaur Hat isn't wasting her time.
Hey.
It's unusual to see someone out here traveling alone. Where are you headed? Alright. Tell me your story. Oh. Revive lost horses. Oh yeah, I have a side quest for that. Some guy wants me to go see if there's a special horsey over there. Which we'll get to it. We'll get to it. First I have to climb the tower, climb it to the top. I'm not going to get a... I lost it. Ooh. Octo balloons. Oh man, I bet those things are probably so rubbery. Just like, bet they stretch them. Like whoopee cushions. Real life whoopee cushions. Like that. That's what they do. Disgusting. Filthy. Animalistic. Detractors from society. That is what they are. Ooh! Electro bats. Run away from the electro bats. Ain't nobody got time for that. Uh-oh. The lizard men have found me. Here. Yeah, I'm here. It's okay. Just come down here. Or let me come up here. Kick your ass! Ah! What in the name? Taking your rush rooms. Deal with it, bitches. They're really upset about this right now.
Not the rush rooms. Not the Hylian shrooms. No, he's just taunting us now. Look at him, he's right above us. I'm stuck. God damn it, ring the bell, I'm stuck at the wall. How did he do this? For the sake of the Empire. Ring the goddamn bell, Jero.
One of their names, Jero. That's what that was. Lake Tower. Define lake for me really quick. Ooh, hello. This is mine now. Thanks. Just gonna... Don't mind me. Oh, hell. Why'd you gotta come over here? Look at that. Taking your friend spear, and I'm gonna kill you with it! Straight up friend murder. Right after I eat this hearty radish. in your ass. I take all your stuff. Ow. Rude. It's yes. I'm gonna make elixirs out of your bits. Probably a good enough time as I need to do that. What's happening over there? Oh, one of them. I don't know. There is a Master Sword in this game. It's in a forest. I'm not sure when I can find it. I wonder if I could probably go get it now. Oh wait, that's right. It's so you can't pull it out when you pull it in the game. When you pull it out of the thing, you have to hold on to it and keep pulling. And as you pull, your life goes down. It slowly kills you, and so you have to have enough health to get it pulled out. And that's the trick. So you have to have quite a bit of hearts to get it out. But yeah, there is a Master Sword in this game. It's as far as I know, the only thing that's not breakable. Because I'm pretty sure the Hylian shield is the best shield in the game, but is still breakable technically. It's just really high durability. But yeah, the Master Sword, so you use it a whole bunch, and it has like a charge on it. And when it runs out of its charge, it becomes useless kind of for like a certain amount of time, then it's back to good. No, not really. It's just everything just breaks eventually. You just kind of remake it if you want good stuff. Most of the good stuff can be like bought or rebuilt. Have somebody build it for you. It's weird. It's slightly annoying that there's not more really nice stuff that you could eventually find, but yeah. But yes, the Master Sword is in here. I used it the first time I played the game. I primarily used it to chop down wood. No, I used it as a tree cutter because I was doing this thing where I needed to chop down a whole bunch of wood. So that was fun. Yeah. Let's make some spicy bass. Some spicy bass. Put some herb in there. That'd be nice. Some spicy bass herbs. Spicy ass herbs. Yeah, peppered seafood. So good. Take some mushroom and drumsticks. That'll probably come out all right. Skewer, yeah, that works. Hold a frog and some of this and I guess some of that and some of that. That'll make an elixir of some kind. Oh, that poor frog. The poor frog. Hasty elixir. Do I have anything else that makes elixir? Did eyeball make elixir on its own? I can't remember. Put a tooth in there. Oh, no, it didn't work. Dubious food. I guess I don't think I have any other... Oh, I do have... Oh, I have crickets. Oh, I could have done that. That would have been better. Instead of wasting all that stuff, I just wasted. Bugger. Well, I have tons of crap anyway. I'll just throw it all together. Cook that. The way you make elixirs is it's monster parts plus a critter catalyst. So like bugs and toads and things like that. And each bug has a specific thing that does. And then I think the monster parts, depending on rarity, probably affect it in some way. But the primary thing that affects stuff is the critter and how many of the critters you put into it. So if I were to put like all of these in, all three of those into one thing, it probably would have made one pretty decent stamina potion. So, yeah, whatever. That's the key, is it? You don't... Critters and monster guts, critters and monster bits, and meat and vegetables. So those two sets. If you intermix them at all, they create that dubious food, and it's disgusting. and it just gives you, it makes this, just that, gives you 1 health. You can still eat it. It doesn't make you sick or anything, but you know, it's just not as useful as what it could have been. And then when you cook with like herbs and stuff, certain things, they add certain things to it. So like with the peppers, it gives me cold resist for when I go into cold things. Neat. Let's see, do I have any more meats specifically? No. Well, I could just cook a shizload of apples. It's so much easier. And cooking always makes things, it's always better to cook things generally. Even if it's just like 1 apple, cooking it will at least make a roasted apple, and it'll be better than an apple on its own. That should be good for now. Let's get up this tower. Do what we came here to do. Good job, Link. Proud of you. Keep up the good work, eh? You usually have to find one in the wild. You can kind of cook stuff. Like, you can just hold things and then drop them on a fire and pick them up before they burn. And we'll cook things, technically. One of my favorite things is, so if you, like, kill an animal when you're in a frozen place and you pick up their leg, it'll be frozen. It'll be like a frozen drumstick or frozen meat. But if you kill an animal by lighting it on fire, shooting it, like, with a fire arrow, when you picked up the meat, it'll be cooked meat. It's my favorite. It won't be as good as if you, like, it'll just be straight up, like, cooked steak, but it's awesome. It's one of those little things that they thought that they didn't have to put in the game, but they did, and that makes it amazing. Oh. And another one down, and another one down. Another one bites the dust. Hey, we're gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, you can fast travel to a lot of certain things. All the little things that are on here that are blue, I can fast travel. So shrines and certain shrines, basically.
ああ。やや。さあさあ。おお。へい。さあ。おお。Wow! Yeah, yeah. Yay! Wow! Oh!
Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay. That should be fine. Who knows how long that's been going on there for? Very sorry, everybody, for that. Anybody that was trying to listen to something I was saying. I will repeat. I was saying earlier, I'm guessing this was for a while, but anybody that came wanting to hear the next chapter of the book that we've been reading, chapter 3, I will be replaying that at the end of the stream, so stay tuned till then, at least, you know, when we do all the stuff that we do, and you'll get to hear it. It'll be a good time. Trust me, you know you would have. Dinosaur Hat said it sucked, so obviously now you have to hear it, right? Oh! You gotta make sure she's not wrong, right? Right, guys? She told me I was full of it. She was like, this idiot barely even knows how to spell his own name. That's what she said, right? She was rude. Yep, generaled it out. Get out of here, thing. Be gone, foul cover. Alright, let's get up this bitch. Leave me alone, bats. Not here for you. Is there no... Oh. Just straight up, eh? That's... Good thing we've got some stamina potions, just in case. Only gonna be a minute. Give me some ideas for an emote, guys. Like I said earlier in the stream, the Tier 2 emote that I was trying to make got denied. It was the sign from Conker's Bad Fur Day that says "feck off crows." Twitch didn't like that. They said no. So need to make something else to fill in that gap. Since most people don't know who Stretch Biggins is, I don't really feel like I should put him back on there. Can I make Little Shadow look like me? How hard would it be? Make Little Shadow look like me. That's probably a good one. A lot of people came in for that game, so we could probably do that. I want to do things that are recognizable for people who have been a part of the stream. So that's probably a good one. 'Cause lots of people came by for that one. You could probably give him a beard. That's probably doable. No! No! Oh, you punk ass little bitches. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Seriously, guys? Seriously? Don't you dare. Jump! Link, why did they leave you alone the first time? Now they're just all up in your biz. No! Oh hell. This is bad. This is bad bananas. Come on, Link. Come on. You can do it, my man. You can do it. You know, hero of time and all that. You know what you're up to. They're leaving you alone. It's okay. You can just get to the top. Just get to one of these platforms. Oh hell. Oh hell. Oh hell. Oh! Oh goody. Ah! Ah! Ow! Ow. Yeah, what now, bats? Deal with it. Punk asses. Just get up there, Link. Oh! Woohoo! That was stressful. Stupid bitch-ass bats. They don't even know. Punk-ass little winged shits. They came to the wrong house. Right house if you wanted to see somebody climb a tower like a boss. Wrong house if you were a bat. All the things I say make sense. Da 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 da. Look at all that landscape. Here's that looks. What are you guys doing down there? Is it getting sniped? Straight up snipped? What? Oh! And then slow-mo. Got really tired. Oh, hardy durians. Oh, that's nasty. Durians suck, so I hear. I don't actually know. I've never had a durian, but I don't hear good things. I only hear bad things. Ooh, boomerangs. Well, what? You think I'd... Get out of here, spear. Come on, boomerang. Getting a lot of slowdown here. Getting spicy over there. Let me guess. I missed. Yes. And now I take both the durian. I come out on top. 2 times as good. Biscuits. What's this? Adventure time. That thing is warm. What? Oh, just a big hardy radish. Oh, good. Sacrificed a whole weapon for some hardy radish. Fantastic. Let's see here. See any shrines? That'd be nice. What? Alright, Link. We've done this before. We've climbed mountains all our lives. Okay. We just need to put one hand up, left hand up. 3 points of contact all the time. Keep your head out of your 4th point of contact. That being your ass. That's what we learned during our fighting days. Good old fighting days. Up, 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 up. 1, 2, 1, 2. And we travel and we climb. Link will travel back through time. Become a toddler to wear a mask. To achieve a side quest. I have gone forward to fight Ganon's word, to tell the king that his daughter's right, and that I'm gonna bang her all night. This is what Link's saying as he climbed up the mountaintop, I assume. really into Zelda. He's been asleep for 100 years. You know, he's a bit back. Oh well, we're doing this. I'm gonna do a thing, and you're not gonna like it. I promise. It's nothing personal. You pick off, dude. Let me do what I was doing, which was shooting you in the eyeball. Damn it, Link! You can do it. Come on. Yeah, we got him. Oh! Oh, you're so dead. You're so dead, Linko. You're so dead. Shit. So when was our last save? Joe Infinity. Because I haven't upgraded my hearts, I decided that stamina was more important. And that's why I have more of it than I have of other stuff. The next one I was going to do was the hearts, but you know, it's harder to get to the places with low stamina. Damn it. I'm trying to climb up his butt. Chop your dick off. Oh! What the? Who even? Asshole. Damn it, Link. Not helping. Ow! Balls. Let's eat some dubious food. He still smiles. What a cheerful lad. None of those hit you? That's a pole. Fucking electricity. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, well, whatever. That was useless. Ooh. Edge of duality! Oh, don't do that, Link. Bad juju. Oh, he's learned. Uh-oh. I don't like the look of it. Ow! Oh, crap. Lightning's bad. That'll kill me immediately. Remove. Hopefully, I think that does it. He's not. Woo! Oh. Oh, the thunder chicken is in the sky. Booyakasha! Take that, Hinex. Ooh, I got a claymore. Oh, I got a sword. Oh, I got all the stuff. Oh, and I got your tooth. That's some fruit. Look at all this stuff you were holding. Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I took down the Hinex. He was a foe, but nothing I couldn't handle. See, is there any shrines nearby? Of course not. Nothing worthwhile. Please don't electrocute me. I don't want to die. Yes, Jackie? What is the matter? Oh, don't you start with me, kitty cat. Aren't we all hungry? Not just you, you know. Oh, Link. Hey, yo. Okay, good. Oh, we got it. It's probably up there. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Why would it be anywhere else? See if we can do it. See if we can do it. Oh, kitty cat. Hi. Gotcha. Kitty stream. Oh, I got you. Say hi. No. Say hi. Say hello. I'm the kid. I do the kid to dance. I do the kid to dance. And then. Oh no! Joe Infinity! 400 bits for the cat! Thank you so much, Joe Infinity. Thank you so much. That is much appreciated. Thank you so much for the meow bits. Oh man, we haven't even made any progress. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so generous of you. All for the meow meow. Meow bits. Could you stop raining, please? Could you? I want to climb the thing. Thank you so much, Joe Infinity. That's awesome. Thank you. Oh, it's the beast. Should we provoke it? Piss him off. That is, Joe Infinity is trying to single-handedly feed the cat. Jackie, you better be grateful. Oh no, it didn't light. Shit. Oh no, I have to... Other means. Really? Really? You gonna be like that? Alright, Breath of the Wild. Let's see how it is. Give me the shaft. Make me wait till this bloody storm clears up. Ooh, yes! Easy. Oh, no. Oh, that went away. Never mind. Oh well, Link. You're all alone. Stop raining! Holy crap. Is it too much to ask to be able to climb a flippin' wall? You're all so full of it, you know that? You know that? Ooh, fire, fire! Maybe I can... Oh, it went away. Ugh. Damn it. I'm not gonna get up. Could you stop? I got people watching me here, alright? More interested in other things. I'm sure. I assume. Can't be the best thing of your guys' day. Just as soon as it stops. Go away, you big dumbass. Get into your sky hole. Vanish. Damn it. That wasn't the... I got his tail. Are you done? You big dingle? Make your clouds go away. Shoo, 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 shoo. Let me live my life. Whoa! Come on, it's been raining for like 3 hours now. Seriously, stop it. There's a thing right up there, and I want to... There's a shrine! It's up there, I know it is. I want to have its thing. Otherwise I'm gonna forget. Stupid rain. Stupid flint not working, so I couldn't make a spot to sit and wait out the rain. Just the worst. Let me try again. Aha! Ah, I got you now, bitches. Deal with it. Deal with it. Yeah, take that. Now I can hero of time my way all the way up this mountainside. Hey, kitty Katie. Hi. What's up? Don't pull that cord. It's the microphone cord. I don't know what you do. Don't do that. Alright, Linky boy. Just a little bit further. And you're up. Good job, Link. Proud of you. Slightly. Not totally. You could have done better. That's what gives life to improvement, isn't it, Link? Oh, Lionel. Shit. That's not what you said was up here. You said shrine, not beast. Not beast of my end times. I am in no condition to deal with a Lionel right now. Where is this bloody shrine? Let me run a wild goose chase here? Is that what you're doing? Starting to tick me off. Giving me the pissies. Give me a serious case of the pissies. That seems bad. Let's just go around. not fight the current to get where we want to go. Link, how about that? You're smart about this. What's that? I wonder what could be what could possibly be going on here. Really, Link? You're not gonna climb up that really? Link? Like right now, in front of everybody. You're gonna do this. Oh, it's okay. We'll just swim to the other side. Son of a bitch. That hurt. It's rude. Ow. Stop it. Link, you're gonna drown. I want you to accept that. And there you go. And now you've passed away like a punk ass in the water because you wouldn't climb up a small little ledge that you could have obviously gone up. Our hero, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only. Get up there, Link. I ain't got time for this. These people have been waiting. All 6 of them. Or 4 of them. However many are watching. They're very important to me, and it's important that I provide quality entertainment. And right now, good old hero of time, you are slipping. Not literally. You were doing that earlier. There, reset. All these things. Let the Lionel see you. He wants to cut out all of your things and eat them. I'm sure. I'm not sure what they do, what their food source is in their culture, but hero of time is certainly on the list. Probably a delicacy. Probably one he hasn't had in a long ass time, and could really go for a good batch of it. This didn't cook long enough. Alright, we'll do this the correct way that I did not do. No, Link. Jesus. Just made the damn thing. Least you could do is be intelligent about this.
Yay! You found me! Bye-bye! By the way, nobody likes me. You're my only friend.
No, Link, I don't want... Oh, fishies! We can get them. Whoa. None of that now. Whoa! Got it. Midair. Sweet. Link, seriously? Why do you want to get wet? Like, all the time? Is that all you're into? The reason this thing's pelting your ass with giant rocks that's shooting out of its guts is because of you. Like, because of your dumb, I want to be superhero attitude. What's this all about? Ooh, boxes of goodies. That's what it's all about. the stuff. What? Unacceptable. Let me just yeah. Well, not really an improvement, I guess. I should have checked that a little bit more thoroughly. Literally the same damage output, but no stone goes unturned. That's how we must find all of the things every point along the way. Oh, okay. Well, let's just over. That's not helping. There we go. Kind of. There we are. Oh, don't. Ah! What is life? If nothing other than a series of pathetic attempts to capture treasure. Ah, got you midair. Take that, bitch. Yeah, give me them ice arrows. Yeah, what now? Oh, what? Physics? Pfft. Yeah, I'm supposed to believe in that type of sorcery. Dumbass. Sweet. Totally worth it. Back on the trail of this thing. Where the fudge nuggets? Go this way? Where's the stupid ass thing? Is that at the bottom of the waterfall? That's a pain in the butt if it is. Who do that? Kind of... No, Link! Oh, you idiot. Did you not see the waterfall? Good job, Link. Now we're at the bottom of this. That's what we're doing now. We were at the top, now we're at the bottom. That's all your fault. What's the... Want me to get back up there? Nope. Don't have that ability yet, buddy. Just gonna have to wait. Link, climb up the thing. Don't make me go through this again. There's an arrow. Now. We're just gonna slowly creep our way to the left here. Creep. Ugh. Where is this? Oh my god, there it is. It was behind the waterfall. I still blame you, Link. It was still a bad idea. Still dumb. It's the Shoda Soda Shrine. Hi. Let me scratches. Let me have scratches. Yeah, you have to give them. That's the... If you're not going to pay rent, you have to pay scratches. Yeah, whatever. Oh. I don't remember this one. Impeccable timing, eh? Ooh. Okay. That ball. This ball's metal. Of course they're not. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I get it. You know, not everybody's perfect. Damn it. Oh, balls. Which is exactly what I'm dealing with here. Damn it. Oh crap, no, I'm almost out of stamina too. Okay. Right, ball. Come on. Can I cheat this? Can I be a cheaty little shit? Will you stay up there? Can I do that? And can I just... you know, just go... let's see here. Oop, wrong way. Wrong way. I think the theory holds. No! Oh, who did that? No being smart, game. You have to allow me to cheat. That's the rules. Like a hero. Absolute hero. Oh, damn it! Oh, I just wanted it. Alright, come on, Link Ball. Let's do this. Just Doomsday! I'm doing alright. Fairly tired. How are you? Things are going alright for yourself? Yeah, what's up? Damn it, I missed it. Been getting through life a bit, but it's been happening. Get in there, Ball. Don't make me come out there, Ball! That's what I thought. Shot another one at me, or yeah, we the last couple of days been having issues, either personal issues for one day where I wasn't going to be streaming, and then the next day when I was going to stream I couldn't because because my internet was down. So unfortunately, I did miss the last 2 days, which I'm very sorry about. Wait, didn't I just pick up a key for that? What's going on here? Yeah, they're doing a little bit better. What's this? I kind of have to just roll with the punches when my brain don't work. That's just kind of how just have to deal with it. But usually I've got my techniques for doing it on my own time, so I usually don't try to go around when that's going on. So it's not the funnest time of my life, but yep. Usually the way it goes is it hits and it takes me out of commission for a day. Usually not more. Hey, Jackie. Oh, you're fine. We'll get fed to here in a second. You don't need to be all grumpy butt. Ooh, 8 people are watching. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I appreciate it. All my lurkers. So everybody knows that is still another, even if you're just watching, it really helps out. It's getting us closer to that partner thing. Pretty sweet. Ah, kitty cat. Ah. And yeah, again, I'll mention it just so everybody knows that we'll be here probably in the next 10 minutes or so. I will be playing the audio reading of Chapter 3 from the Star Wars book we've been reading through, so stay tuned for that to hear that and give me some feedback on how that one goes. It'd be good to hear what you all have to say. I think that's almost never what I want to do. Now, look, you're getting shot at by this thing. Ow! No, not the comics. A book. Star Wars Red Harvest. I've been reading it, and I've been recording myself read it as an audiobook. Because of everybody was saying I should. So, or people were saying that I should give it a shot. Doing that kind of thing. So, that's what I've been doing. We're on Chapter 3 now. Let's see how I'll let you guys hear it, and you can tell me what you think. As I said earlier when I first played it at the beginning of the stream, it's the first one that I've got going where it's in the... So I basically converted a closet into a... I converted my closet into a little booth. So I've just got some cushions in there right now to break up the sound. But I think I'm just gonna order some. Oh hell, that one's bad. I'm gonna order some of the foam. You can get it pretty cheap on Amazon. I'm gonna get some of that and line the walls with it. Make sure it really is better. Yeah. So far, it seems to have worked out pretty well. And I made a profile on the Voices website, which is a big one for voice acting to audition online for jobs that people need and things like that. So hopefully, and they called me to closet drama. And the guy representative that I guess I got attached to for the site called me to touch base with me and see what I wanted to be doing with the voiceover stuff. So as soon as I can, I'm saving up for to do all the audition stuff through this site. It's pretty expensive. I mean, overall, not really, I guess, in a way, because it's an annual subscription, but it's still like $450 to $500 for a year of being able to actually have full range and audition for parts through the site and things like that, and have a better chance. So that's the next step. Is I'm going to be saving up for one of those subscriptions so that I can through that website begin to audition for jobs and hopefully actually do them. Yeah. It's for that website specifically. There are other things, actually, as far as I can tell, most of them. So it ends up being somewhere around like $40 a month, more or less, is what it would be. But I mean, if it works, it'd pay for itself. So I'm gonna save up because I want to give it a good old college try. So yeah, I'll be saving up to try to buy a year's worth of that, and if it works out, then it'll work out, and I can feasibly make good money doing it. But if not, then maybe down $500 out of a year, but I mean, experience-wise, I hope it works too. Might link my voices thing somewhere so you guys can go look and listen to the demos that I put up there. You can listen to the fake mop demo that I did for a commercial, basically. They had a lot of those on there. It's like a bunch of fake scripts that you can use to create demos on it. I would like to. That's what they asked me what I wanted to do, and that was one of the things I said. I'm like, I want to. I really like, personally, I like the idea of reading, doing audiobooks and stuff like that a lot. That really appeals to me, and I'd like to be able to be good enough to play characters in say an animated series or on a game, and I think that'd be great. Which is what I told the guy who called me. So it's possible. Be pretty sweet. Is this shrine up? No? Yes? No? Maybe? Freeway south of Sunday? What's going on here? Ratchet and Clank. I don't think that was a game I even got to play as a kid. Link, stop diving into shit, alright? I'm sick and tired of your garbage. Sick and tired of your nonsense, kid. I was gonna try to find this shrine, but I don't know what it is, and everything keeps getting rained on, so it makes it hard to climb up stuff. Stupid rain. Everywhere. I should probably put that away. It's gonna get me lightning struck. Oh, you just listened to how I'm speaking. Yeah. Been out of it for a bit. So it always... Oh, no! Son of a... Fall off everything, Link. Why don't you dingus? Just cock it all up. The shrine better be down here. What's NFS? Do I know what the NFS is? I'm trying to think. I'm kind of having a brain fart. Is that National Football Series? I don't have a brain fart on that one. What is that? I want it. I'm glad you think so. I would love to do a villain. That would be sweet. I'd be all about that. Oh, holy crap, there's the thing. Get off, Link. Get out your camera. Need for Speed. Oh. I never played a lot of them either. I played Burnout. I like those. Donkey! Oh, where'd he go? Oh, I was gonna get a picture of him. A better one. Dragon. Oh. Oh. Come on, hook your head up, you big dingus. There. You're mine now. I have the Frosh card. Oh, it's so... having a hard time. Where is this bloody shrine, Link? It's this way? It's like over here? I want to do one more shrine. That's what I was trying to do before it. Oh, I know Burnout's not a Need for Speed game. I just like Burnout more than Need for Speed. Because once they were like, look at all these awesome crashes we can do, like that was it for me. I was in. That's what I wanted in my life. Oh, Link, get up. Scrabble. See, that's probably more along the lines of something I'd definitely be shooting for. Getting in one of those big RPG games. BioWare games. Yeah. Or Bethesda, you're right. Just do Elder Scrolls or do Fallout. Ow, just throw stuff. God of War. Wow, aren't they making a fifth one? Let me slide my butt in there somewhere. Link, stop falling off of stuff. All right, listen. If it's just gonna keep raining nonstop, and you're not gonna find, I'm not gonna stumble on this thing anytime soon, then we will do the voice thingy. That's what we'll do. Oh, also, Joe Infinity, you can do your weekly for being a subscriber, and you can also, because you did at least 50 bits, you got 2 weights on the wheel as of today, if you want them. God of War would be cool. I mean, if there was a spot I could fit myself in on that, that'd be pretty sweet. Ugh. Let me know, Joe Infinity, before we go on here really quick. Let me see. Let me move this over to the intermission page. Give you a second. Give you a second to be influenced by my sister. Because I know she's there. Whispering in your ears to do all the things, right? How many on Shovel Knight? Both of them? Or you want to split it up? You got 2 you can throw down, unless you want to save your weekly one for later in the week. I'm just going to comb my beard here like a boss. Both on Shovel Knight. Okay. You guys are really pushing it. If it gets rolled, I have to buy it. Alright, guys. So stay tuned here really quick. I'm going to set it back up for the book reading, and you guys can all... didn't mean to grab that. There we go. We're gonna listen to the chapter one more time. For those of you who already listened to it, sorry if you don't want to, but this is why I've been wanted to do it this way. Is there's at this point in the stream, there's a few more people here, and I want them to be able to hear it too. So give me 1 second, everybody. I'm gonna set it up here, and we'll turn off my audio. You'll listen to this one.
Chapter 3.
Really started up right there. It's about 8 minutes long, so just bear with it, guys, and we'll take a few minutes afterwards, and you can let me know what you think, and we can talk about it a little bit, and then we'll spin the wheel to see what we'll play tomorrow. So have a listen.
Chapter 3. Deep Down Trauma Hounds. Nictor awoke in the cage. He had no memory of how he'd gotten here, or how long he'd been inside. The last thing he remembered was sitting in the infirmary, waiting for Arljack to come back and check the wound on the back of his neck. And in fact, for one disorienting moment, he thought he was still there. "It's cold in here," he'd started to say. "Hey, Arl, you mind turning up the heat a little bit?" But this was not the infirmary. He tried to sit up and slammed his head against the metal bars above him, hard enough to make him let out an angry moan of pain. Just exactly what was going on here. The cage was small, forcing him to remain hunched forward, either on his hands and knees or in a slouch-shouldered sitting position. The top of his tunic had been ripped away, leaving him naked from the waist up. His back hurt, really hurt, from the base of his skull all the way down to the bottom of his spine. A low, steady throb that made his molars ache. As if to mock his immediate claustrophobic situation, the room outside the cage was very large and very dark. From inside, Nictor could see almost all of it. It was a circular space, perhaps 50 meters across, illuminated by an irregular assemblage of flashing monitor equipment, candles, and torchlight. Laboratory equipment crowded every available surface and corner. Pipes and wires were draped from tables and desks, connecting odd piles of disjointed equipment, condensers, flasks, beakers, and burners. The walls were glass, and although he couldn't see anything out there but darkness, Nictor had a vague feeling that he was very high up. Sudden realization blindsided him. He was at the top of the tower. "You're awake," a voice said. Nictor jerked upright at the sound of the voice and very nearly screamed. Standing outside the cage, staring down at him, was a tall, broad-shouldered, black-robed figure that blended almost imperceptibly into the shadows. Nictor already knew exactly who it was, even before the flickering torchlight of the room revealed the man's face. A long, bony sculpture of bone and half-lidded eyes, the famous curvature of the peaked upper lip, how it always seemed to be smiling slightly at some secret thought. A fresh spasm of apprehension leapt through him, raising hackles across his back. The eyes were the worst part, he thought. How almost silver they were. How they seemed to glitter with a feverish accumulation of ambition and indifference. "Lord Scabrous," he said, or tried to say. His mouth felt parched, and his lungs couldn't seem to get enough air. "What am I doing here?" The Sith Lord didn't answer, but the eyes kept staring down at him, past him somehow, as if there were something else inside the cage with him. He could smell himself, the stale, cheap grease of panic and perspiration seeping through his skin. The pain in his back had intensified from a throb to a sharp, stabbing agony that shot down his ribs and up into his neck. It was getting worse by the second, like the sting of sweat in an open wound. Whatever injury had been inflicted upon him, it was deep, and whole packs of nerve receptors, those obedient trauma hounds, were circling back and forth, busily delivering the bad news. Groping around him, Nictor felt something cold and smooth and hard sticking out of his skin just above the base of his spine. He looked around and saw what Scabrous had been looking at. It was some kind of tube, implanted directly into a vertebra. The sticky ring of exposed flesh around the wound site felt raw and hot, swollen, and it burned when he touched it. Sliding his hand upward, he felt another tube above it, and another coming out of his back, all the way up his neck. There were at least 6 of them protruding out of him, as big around as his finger. He realized he could feel them pulsating inside his spinal canal. That was the source of the gnawing pain. What is this?" he asked, aware of how different his voice sounded already, high-pitched and wobbly. "What did you do to me?" Scabrous still didn't answer. He wasn't even looking at Nictor anymore. He had walked around behind the cage now, where the tubes ran between wire bars into what looked like some kind of mechanized pump with a wide flask mounted on top. Rattling around inside the cage, Nictor stared at it. The flask was full of murky, reddish-yellow liquid. Next to the pump sat a small black pyramid covered in lines of engraved text. What he realized, through his pain and fear, had to be a Sith holocron. They'd learned about them before at the academy, but he'd never actually seen one before. And then he saw other things. Dozens of them, in glass bottles lined up across the wide platform next to the pump. Flowers. All black. All different. All dead. Nictor squirmed in the cage. None of this made any sense, and the irrationality only intensified his mounting terror. He was sweating profusely now. It was dripping off him in big, oozing droplets. The urge to beg, to grovel, to bargain for his life, or at least for an end to the pain, was almost irresistible. The only thing that stopped him was the suspicion, based on everything he'd heard about Scabrous, that the Sith Lord wouldn't even listen. Scabrous stood behind the cage, alternating his attention between the flowers and the holocron. Finally, he selected a flower, opened the glass chamber on top of the pump, and dropped it inside. "What is that?" Nictor asked. "What are you doing?" Scabrous glanced at him, as if hearing him for the first time. When he finally spoke, his voice was low and resonant, deeper than Nictor remembered. There was an awful intimacy to it, as though the Sith Lord were whispering directly in his ear. "You were humiliated today at the temple, Whim Nictor. Humiliated badly. You have shown yourself to be weak and easily defeated." "It was Lusk!" Nictor burst out. "He used the Force on me! Scabrous lifted his hand. "There is still one way in which you may yet prove useful. That is the offer I make to you. One of redemption." Then he pressed a button on the pump. Staring at it, Nictor saw the black flower swirling in the reddish-yellow fluid, its petals shredding as it dissolved. The pump let out a faint whining noise, like half a dozen odd vacuum parts called into dubious service. At first he felt nothing except for the odd vibration of the tubes in his back. Then the pain he'd endured up till now became abruptly, horribly worse. It slammed through his body, gouging through every millimeter of his nerve endings, turning them white, hot. Nictor arched forward and screamed. The pain owned him. He surrendered to it, utterly. It became a vast, all-encompassing neutron star, and as it sucked him forward, he saw Scabrous watching him through the cage. The last thing Nictor saw before he blacked out was Scabrous turning away from him, swinging his arm across the long counter above the pump, sending the flowers and their vessels crashing to the floor.
Alright, there you go, guys. That was Chapter 3. That was my reading of it. Give it a few minutes to let everybody know. Let everybody kind of get any thoughts out that they had. While that was going, I adjusted the wheel. You'll see it's a bit more evened out between, let's see, Dark Souls, Shovel Knight, and Zelda Breath of the Wild now. So a little bit more fair chance for each thing to get picked, I guess. Hit me up with them thoughts, them ideas, them places to improve, them ways to improve, things, anything you guys got like that. Give it a few minutes. You know what, chest tubes say? I do need more cardio. Getting fat. Ooh. Anything? Guys? Nothing? Yeah? Maybe? No? Nothing? Okay. It's fine. You all, you don't have to. I just appreciate that you're willing to listen. In that case, let me just say thank you so much to all of my subscribers. I really appreciate the constant support that you all give. It really means a lot to me. And I hope, even with occasionally having some issues, hopefully what I provide is entertainment worthy of what you guys what you guys invest in me. So thank you so much for all of that. It really means a lot. Anybody that donates, you never have to, but everything that you do is really appreciated. Joe Infinity, thank you so much for being an ardent donator of bits and stuff. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you to everybody. No matter what amount, everything is really appreciated. You don't feel like just because you either can't or can only do a little bit, you're not required to, and anything you do, seriously, it is really appreciated on my end. I hope I can convey that enough that you guys know that I really appreciate what you give me, what you give back for me doing this stuff. Anybody, followers or anything like that, thank you so much for being a follower. I really appreciate it. Keeping an eye out for the stream. It means a lot when you guys are coming in and watching it. Even just being here, kind of the algorithms that generate and things in the background, it matters a lot. So, and the best part about these things is watching that chat bot go flying up and seeing you guys being a part of the stream, interacting with me and things like that. It's one of the best things about doing this. So thank you so much. Anybody that's new, thank you so much for coming by and taking a look. If you liked it, please leave a follow. You get a free weight to the wheel, so you get to increase the chances of one of the 5 games that's on there. You get to be a part of the stream, help the community grow, so feel free. And if not, no harm, no foul. I just hope I can provide something that you all want to watch. But without further ado, here, if you see the kitty's tail right there. She thinks you can't see her. What are you doing? Heidi. Okay, let's spin the wheel then, as we're at the end. Don't go yet, dinosaur. You gotta see what gets spun. You gotta see what happens. Alright. In 3, 2, 1. Spin that wheel. Tomorrow, everybody, we will be playing Dark Souls 2. Wins the spin. Dark Souls 2, everybody. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we'll be playing some Dark Souls 2. Hopefully we can make some progress. I think I'll probably look up ahead of time where we need to go, because I'm a bit at a spot where I wasn't sure where I'm supposed to be doing things. So hopefully things will go good. But tune in tomorrow for some Dark Souls. Watch me get my butt whooped. If you want to catch the archives and things like that, check out the YouTube channel down below for the infamous Insano one. It'll have all this stuff. It will also have each chapter that I read of the book. I've been posting them on there in their own playlist, so they'll be there. And I am still going to try to make sure that the next one is out, is recorded and ready for Monday. So keep an eye out for that stuff, and just feel free to ever let me know what you guys think about them. Whatever, I'm very much open to constructive criticism to try to make myself better. But thank you again, everybody, for coming by to see the stream. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. And so yeah, the kitty cat is in the window. You can kind of see her. There she is. Everybody be safe and have a wonderful rest of your night. Whoa, Joe Infinity! Joe Infinity throwing down 100 bits at the very end of the stream for the kitty cat. Thank you so much, Joe Infinity. Thank you so much. But it is time to go. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. That's amazing. As I said, everybody be safe. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you, Joe Infinity, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.